Oh, well, good afternoon, world. Welcome back to Yo Steve TV. I'm your host, Stephen B. Over here on the east side of Texas. Um, let's do a what if type video today, okay? Concerning the so-called bill that they presented to be signed and keep the government from shutting down. Okay, let's do a what if syndrome as far as let's start out with what if the bill was never signed, that the Democrats loaded it up with all this nonsense and idiocy that they have, anticipating the bill not being signed and sent through. I mean, if you really looked at Nancy's press conference after sending the bill up, she is a little confuddled there. If you really look at it, and I don't think she planned on this thing getting past anybody. You know, I think they all planned on this getting shut down or shot down, the bill getting shot down, and the government getting shut down. Okay, now, what was it the last time that was the biggest, seemed to be the biggest problem? The last, that was really, out in your face, creating problems. If I remember correctly, the news was really harping on the fact that the TSA wasn't properly being operated due to the lack of personnel who, most of them called in sick or whatnot. I guess they figured they weren't getting paid, so why show up? That was the biggest thing, and then the backups and the confusions at the airports. How it was taking a 1 hour processing was taking 3 to 4 to 5 hours. Blah 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 blah. Okay, now let's say that. Now, this is all what if, okay? I mean, it's just all speculation. I'm not saying that it's true or factual, or I'm just saying, what if? What if somebody that's on the dark side follows the dark side, right? I say that somebody from the dark side of the force conjured up an idea of how to create a national problem, or not, a shock and awe situation, I think that would be right up the alley of, changing the narrative of what's going on. And let's say, what if Trump and white hats figured it out or found out what they were planning, because after all, you gotta realize, Q said all the comms are under, are under their control, communications. Then you've got the fact that they're all ratting each other out, right? Then there's those ones who are actually being looked at as being black hats, but are actually white hats, and there's, in cahoots with the black hats and keeping an eye on what's going on so that the white hats can keep a couple steps ahead of the black hats before they do whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Now, what if this is all just a ploy, okay, to, first off, knock them for a loop, okay? They didn't expect this bill to go through, correct? They filled it with so much nonsense that anybody in with any kind of sanity in their head wouldn't sign it, okay? But now that it's signed, their plans, their attack has been thwarted. Okay, now they've got to regroup. Okay, and Trump not only signs the bill, but he sits there and says, "Well, you know what? I'm going to build the wall anyway. What are you going to do?" Okay. And now they got to regroup from what they were planning to go on the offensive or the defensive again, or the offensive, and try to stop him in doing what he has the right to do. And they're still playing down these caravans. There's no such thing. There's just no such thing. Now, let's go to another one. What if, let's go to the white hat side of the, what if they knew that in the long run, okay, because of what's coming down the pike legally, okay, and the fact that, McCabe and Comey disappeared for a few days, but now McCabe came back and he's starting to rat everybody out that, this person did that, and yes, this was all planned to try and soft coup President Trump and get him out of office, and he's bringing up the wiretap thing that Rod Rosenstein was supposed to do. Okay? That came up. Okay? What happens to this bill if all the authors, or most of them, who signed onto it, okay, who created it, wound up being locked up for treason? Does that mean that the bill becomes nil and void because it's was created by treasonous individuals who were against the U.S., which means that anything and everything they might have done while in office could be construed as another treasonous act? Look what they're doing to Mueller. Mueller has history now going back right around the time that the 9/11 kicked off, of illegally using the FISA warrant system to illegally entrap and convict certain individuals that he had under the gun. Okay. and it's all coming out in the wash. Okay, now with him doing those illegal acts in the past, I'm pretty sure that any kind of conviction, other than plea bargaining, except maybe that could you were coerced into accepting a plea deal. Yeah, okay. Could be overturned and sent to the appellate courts for review. Okay, and maybe even overturning because of the illegal way of the investigation and the what's the word, conviction that it led to. Okay, what if President Trump actually knows that, well, you know what, signing this is just to throw them off, and because we're going to go get them here in a minute, okay? And then this whole bill is going to be void and nil, no matter what. But in the meantime, I still got to go through by building the wall, okay? I can't slow it down, so I've got to do the national emergency and keep the progress that's going on continue. And that's kind of what's kind of mulling through my head, okay? Let me go get my kid. Hang on. What are you doing? Will you shut up? You're messing up my recording. The back door's wide open for you. Why you gotta... Stop! Don't you not lay down. Anyhow, okay. So, I mean, I'm starting to see a lot more of the bill and what is entailed in it. That just, it don't make any sense, I mean, any person in their right mind wouldn't sign it. I mean, there's just too many idiotic, off the wall attributes in this thing that just goes against everything American. I mean, it just goes against the grain, period, right? So there's got to be something else going on, okay? That's why, I came up with the what if thing today, I mean, something's fixing to crack off here, I feel, and a lot of people are fixing to who knows, man, but the turmoil and the upset, like I've seen a couple snippets today that for the next 10 days be on guard because who knows what can happen. And it might have been that in case the bill wasn't planned or signed, okay, that these people made these snippets. Anticipating the Antifa and, all the other crap going on. The deep state's minions, man, coming out of the woodwork. So, I mean, be on guard anyway for the next 10 days. Just to be careful, don't get me wrong. I mean, who knows what's really going on under the table, man, where nobody's looking, really, So that's my spiel tonight. I mean, the more you watch the different news channels, and the more you see other people's opinions, and when you look at the press conferences from the different actors in Congress, in the Senate, and President Trump and whatnot, you can sense there's some kind of going on, I truly believe Nancy and Schumer and all them other people that came up with this. I mean, they couldn't have come up with this stupid shit. This stuff was written up long, long ago. Probably the last shutdown, right? Just to keep it going and stuff. And they implemented it, this time, just thinking that, Trump wasn't going to sign it. And there was going to be a shutdown, which then they could implement their catastrophe plan from the absence of employees from their jobs, okay? And God forbid, and thank God if that was somewhat of an ultimate plan coming from the deep state, then thank God, it was nipped at the bud. Okay, we don't need no more tragedy going on. With innocent lives put to the sacrificial table for them. Okay, we just don't need it. Okay, so. Here we go. We got what we got, okay? The government's not shutting down. Trump's going to get his wall. Nancy and all her minions are going to fight back tooth and nail through the courts, evidently, if they don't try to take Trump out again. I think if they try to do that one more time, man, he's just going to round them all up. I mean, there's, come on, people, you can't deny that he's been ruffling enough feathers that they haven't attempted to take his life time and time and time again. Okay, you can't deny it. Okay, if you try to, you're just straight ignorant, okay? And you don't want to see the truth of things, okay? Which, if you want to stay ignorant through life, hey, that's you're right, But me, somebody was gunning for me, I think I'd have to take them out first, But then again, I don't have the Marines watching my back. So, President Trump, hey, God bless you, brother. I mean, you're fighting an uphill battle, but you're coming through with flying colors, baby. And all you people out there who are supporting our president, God bless you too. We're going to get through this thing one way or another, it looks like. And Trump is going to fulfill his promises to you and I and the rest of the American people, even the ones that didn't vote for him, okay? And there's going to be a reckoning coming, okay? Plain and simple, So all we have to do is kick back, be patient, and just watch, okay? Like I said, in the next 10 days, please, please, please be on guard. Q says if you see something, say something. If something just don't look right or sound right or smell right, definitely call somebody appropriately, okay, to deal with. Don't put yourself in the crosshairs yourself, okay? There's people out there that have that ability to do that, and okay. So in the meantime, listen. Y'all have a good evening. God bless you. God bless the U.S. God bless our President Trump. God bless all the men and women in uniform. Okay? And we'll see you mañana. Okay? And cup of coffee in hand. Morning prayer. The whole spiel. Okay? In the meantime, y'all have a good evening. Have a safe evening. And that's that. Bye.